I don't want a lot for Christmas. There's just one thing I need. Don't care about the presents underneath the Christmas tree.
Remind me again, which one is Mom and which one is Mama?
Mama is Brandy, my birth mother. Mom is Justine, and Dad's just Dad, or Kevin to you.
Okay, I always get it kind of mixed up. Okay. Brandy equals birth mom. Justine equals, I don't know. Justice for poly relationships? Because, she's like the third in the trio after your parents. And Kevin is the only dad. So, yeah. Okay, I got it.
You're insanely adorable when you're flustered and nervous.
I'm glad you think so, since I never quite know what to say around them.
Just turn on that sweet, endearing charm of yours like last time. Alright, and if you just turn right here...
You sure it's right and not left, sweetheart?
I might be terrible with directions, but I think I know where my own parents live.
Alright. Just checking.
I know it can be strange visiting with 3 parents who are together instead of 2, but you're so understanding. What are you worried about?
I guess I just don't want to say something really embarrassing.
I see.
What?
You usually lean into suggestive jokes to break the tension and help yourself feel more comfortable, but doing that with a poly family makes you feel like it's insensitive, right? Because it's so odd to you? But you want to be respectful, so your defense mechanism is gone. I got you all figured out.
Wow. Yep, that's about it.
It's fine, honey. Make whatever jokes you want. I guarantee they've made them before themselves. You can't be in a loving trio for over 15 years with a child without poking fun at yourself.
Well, still, I'll try to be on my best behavior.
Why can't you do that anyway, all the time?
Because good behavior is boring.
I know you don't really think that. You don't have a bad bone in your body, honey.
And you would know, wouldn't you?
Trying to get out all the wordplay before we get there, huh? Alright, fine, you get one more, then I'm shutting you down. Come on, hit me with it.
Okay. How about, there's something there with bones and being bad, like, my baddest bone can treat you the nicest or something.
Wow, that was just terrible.
Yeah, you could say that was bad.
That was even worse. I'm getting embarrassed for you and there's not even anyone else here.
Except for Taki. Looks like he's awake.
Aw, did you have a good nap back there, Taki baby? It was a bit of a long drive, wasn't it?
Look at him, yawning and rubbing his eyes. It's almost like he's going back to sleep.
Oh, Taki, we're almost at your grandparents' house. I know you've been so excited to meet them. Try to hang in there and wake up a bit, okay? We'll have lots of yummy treats once we're there.
And speaking of, this is the address. Is this the right place?
Sure is. Home sweet home.
Oh, wow. I gotta say, babe, your parents really know how to decorate for Christmas. It looks like they're the ones in the neighborhood who do those light shows and all. I don't know how you cram so many light structures into one suburban yard without it looking tacky. They did an amazing job.
Yeah, that'll be my dad's doing. They all love decorating, but he's the one who really tries to get out all the cars to slow down and gawk at night. Last year they had a whole display of Santa's reindeer with the sleigh and Santa, all in giant flashing bulbs on the roof. They've honestly toned down a bit this year compared to that monstrosity.
It's still super impressive. Especially if you call this toned down. I think Taki loves it. And just look at his cute little eyes. They're practically sparkling.
I think that's just the lights, babe. But you're right. He's adorable. You can park just here. Having guests over became so much easier since they put in the turnaround driveway.
Oh, look, your dad's coming out of the garage.
Hey there, kiddo. Glad you made it.
Hey, Dad. What are you doing? It's way too cold to be out here without a coat.
Yeah, your mama said the same thing. I just wanted to come out to the garage and plug in the Santa's sleigh display one more time to be sure that Dasher and Comet weren't lighting up. Looks like the whole thing is out of commission until I can fix the right bulb. Didn't have time to do it before you guys got here. Come on inside, your moms are waiting.
All right, Dad. You go ahead. We have to get Taki out of the car.
Oh, I won't freeze that quickly. Yeah, the little guy's looking a bit shy there, isn't he? So this is the Taki we've been hearing so much about?
Sure is, Dad. Hey, Derek, can you get their presents out of the back while I get Taki in the luggage?
Can do, babe.
Thanks. Okay, Taki, let's get out of the car and go say hi to your grandpa, okay? Can you grab your stuff for me? Thanks, Taki baby.
Hi there, Taki.
Taki baby, why are you hiding behind me like that?
Aw, I guess he's a little shy. That's all right, Taki. Calvin here was the same when he was a kid. He'd hide behind me or his mom's every time we met someone new.
Not all the time.
Most of the time. You were so shy as a kid, son. Anywhere we went, you'd be practically glued to me or your mom. Once you were in school, you grew out of it, though, so that was a blessing.
Oh, that sounds adorable.
Is the entire weekend just gonna be this? You telling embarrassing stories from when I was a kid?
No. Sometimes it'll be your mom, and the rest of the time, it'll be your mama.
Dad.
It's good to have you home for the holidays, Cal. Good to see you again, too, Derek.
Same here, sir. I'm so glad you invited me back.
Come on, young man. Just call me Kevin. You all must be tired from the drive. Come inside.
I know I've only met your dad one other time, but I can definitely see the family resemblance.
Really? You think so?
Mm-hmm. You guys have the same smile.
Well, most people say I look like Mama, so you're definitely the minority there.
Seriously, it's adorable how similar you look to your biological parents. No joke, you're a good blend of them both.
Well, once we get in there and you see me with Mama again, I think you'll change your mind.
My baby's home!
Mama, I'm so glad to be home. But warn a guy before you tackle him, will you?
What's that? I can't hear you over the sound of my baby being home. Oh, I love seeing your curls all grown out in the winter. I hate that you cut it off the rest of the year.
Mama, seriously.
Let the kid go, Brandy. You're gonna strangle him before he even steps through the door.
Thanks, Mom.
No problem. It's good to see you home, Calvin. You too, Derek. Welcome back.
Thank you, ma'am. It's great to see you again.
Oh my goodness. Is this Taki? Look at you. You're even cuter in person. Isn't he just the cutest, Justine?
Absolutely, sweetheart, but I think you're overwhelming him a bit. Why don't we just let them in through the door first, yeah?
Oh, of course. How silly of me. Come on in. Come sit. Come sit. Do you want anything to drink? I've got water, soda, wine. Oh, and I've got those little juice boxes you used to love so much, Cal.
Mama, I'm in my 20s.
So, you can still love juice boxes in your 20s?
She's got a point, babe. You're always snatching a few of Taki's here and there.
You're a big help here, Derek.
Happy to oblige.
Here you are, Cal. I couldn't find mango flavored this time, but I got strawberry instead.
Can't I just have some wine?
Of course. White Zinfandel will pair so nicely with your strawberry juice box.
Oh my god.
You're embarrassing the poor boy, sweetheart.
Well, I'm his mother. Of course I'm going to embarrass him a little.
Hey, Derek, I got beer too if you'd like some.
I'll just stick with a soda, if you're offering. But beer sounds good for tomorrow night.
I got you.
Here, Taki, why don't you take this juice?
That's what I call an easy pet.
Definitely could be worse, from what Derek tells me. He hears a lot of stories about the Neckos he's adopted out after the fact.
Yeah, some of them can be pretty picky, but being former street dwellers and all, well, you know how it is.
Good homes and owners bring out their personalities, sounds like. Here's your soda, Derek. And your wine, Calvin. Hey, would you like an early dinner? I know you just got here, but you had to drive so long after a full work day. I'm sure you'd like to eat and then just chill out the rest of the evening, right? Or we can get everything together right now if you'd like.
Oh, no, ma'am. We wouldn't want to inconvenience you like that.
No more of this ma'am business. Just call me Justine. And it's really no trouble. We made everything ahead of time, so we wouldn't be waiting on it to cook. It'll just take a couple of minutes to pop the ham into the oven to warm it up.
Then in that case, yeah, we'd love to have dinner a little early. Right, babe?
Sounds great. Can we help with anything, Mom?
Nope. You just sit there and relax.
Take your own advice, hon. You stay here and catch up. Let BRANDI and I handle it. The doctor told you to take it easy and stay off your feet, remember?
Huh? Doctor, is everything all right, Mom?
Oh, Cal, everything's fine. I just had to have my appendix taken out a couple of weeks ago. And Kev, dear, the doctor did not tell me to stay off my feet. He just told me not to lift anything heavy for a couple of weeks.
And that ham is heavy, Justine, so you sit right back down.
If you insist.
I think we do. Now just hang tight. We got it.
Well, I'm glad we're all getting together before Christmas instead of the actual day. Makes things easier on everyone, doesn't it?
Sure does. Traffic wasn't nearly as thick as I expected.
Oh, that's good to hear.
Why are we talking about traffic when you apparently had a major surgery and didn't even tell me about it?
Cal, it really wasn't a big deal. It was laparoscopic. I just have a few tiny cuts, that's all. They covered them with Band-Aids, for goodness sakes. Would have been different if they'd done it the other way.
Still, that's a whole organ they took out of my mom and no one told me about it?
Cal, baby, please don't be upset. I really didn't think it was serious enough to call you up here for. I couldn't take you away from Derek or Taki. Or even worse, have you drag them both out here with you. It wasn't a dangerous enough procedure for that, and it would have stressed me out way more if you were here, knowing what it would have taken to get you here.
Okay, Mom, listen, I love Derek and Taki, but they could have survived without me. Couldn't you, Derek?
I'd do anything to be sure you could be there for your family, of course.
Aw, Derek, you have such a good heart.
I try. Sometimes harder than others.
That's true of us all, really.
I wish I'd at least have known, so I could have sent good wishes your way or flowers or anything.
Oh, you're too sweet, Cal, but I know you. You would have done everything you could to make it out here right away at the cost of your own health and time. It wasn't worth making you strain yourself like that.
Maybe I feel more strain knowing my mom was going through something awful, and I wasn't there for her. Did you think of that?
I understand why you're upset, but we honestly just thought it was a stomach flu for a few days. By the time we knew it was appendicitis, and that the appendix needed to come out, it all happened so fast. I doubt you would have had time to get here before I went into surgery anyway.
Kevin and I both wanted to tell you, but Justine was insistent. She thought if we told you, even after the fact, that then you'd be worrying about whether having the three of you for Christmas was too much for us.
Which it isn't, because we wanted to meet our grand Nico at all cost. That's why we cooked everything yesterday, to make everything smooth sailing. Everything's heating up now, by the way.
You're all terrible people.
Calvin, honey, We promise that if it had been more serious, we would have let you know. Can you please trust us?
Of course I trust you. I'm just a little upset at you too. Oh, no, it's okay, Taki. Mommy's just fine. Don't worry about it. Come here.
Who's Mommy?
Oh, I am.
My Calvin baby is all grown up.
Yeah, well, it just kinda happened.
Will he let me pet him?
He's very affectionate. Go ahead.
Oh, I think he likes me.
He's purring and nuzzling into your shoulder. That's got to be a good sign.
I can see where Calvin gets his mothering from. Taki's really cuddling up to you, ma'am. Brandy.
Oh, Justine's the one who doesn't like being called ma'am. But I told you last time, Derek, you can call me Mom whenever you want.
Derek's not gonna do that after only meeting you twice, Mama.
I'll stick with, Brandy. With all due respect.
Oh, that's fine. Brandy just loves the idea of having a second son.
I see.
If Calvin loves him, I love him too. So he might as well be another son.
Sounds like you don't have a say in this, Derek.
And that's fine by me. Like she says, I love Calvin, so I love everything that comes along with him.
Oh, you're such a sweetheart.
He really is. He puts up with a lot for me.
What's there to put up with? You turned out to be such a great young man. You've got to be easy to live with.
This coming from the woman who threatened to kick me out once.
What?
I wasn't serious about it.
Oh, you sure were at the time.
Yeah, I remember you saying you'd pack his things yourself if you had to.
What? You said that, Mama?
It was a long time ago.
What in the world did you do to tick your mom off so much, Cal?
I didn't know I upset her that much.
Well, you upset all of us, but Brandy took it the worst for sure.
I've never been more intrigued. Please, someone give me details.
I kinda had a rough patch in high school.
A lot of people do. You told me about it before.
Well, I haven't told you this story. Taki, baby, you just keep loving on Grandma Brandy, okay? Mama, cover his ears.
Oh, this is going to be good. Whatever it is.
No, it's not. I wish it never happened. But that's just the ups and downs of adolescence, I guess. Calvin here decided it would be a great idea to start sampling some substances.
All right, kids, here's your room. Unfortunately, we don't really have enough space for you and Taki to have separate rooms, but we figured he'd be okay on the futon.
That's okay, Dad. Taki wouldn't like being away from us in a new place anyway. He'll be fine on the futon.
Yeah, he might be all dozy and happy now, but he'd probably be really scared if he woke up and we weren't there. Even if we put him to bed and told him what was going on.
Ah, he's sure been through a lot, huh?
Most street neckos have. But he's been really happy since we took him in. Just look how well he took to all of you, getting in a cuddle session with each of you. That's the true sign of a happiness in any neko, even standoffish ones.
He really seems to love you both. Anyway, I've yapped long enough, and you need a break after all that food. Rest as long as you want. Feel free to go right to bed or come hang out with us around the fire. We usually watch some TV if you're interested in baking shows. Speaking of which, any requests for breakfast?
Blueberry pancakes with maple syrup, please.
You and your pancakes, son.
Don't I know it?
It's tradition.
Whatever you say, babe. Hey, any chance of getting chocolate chip too?
Not this again.
We can do that for you. Brandy and I are kind of health nuts, but Justine keeps a lot of baking supplies, so I'm sure she's got chocolate chips on standby.
Classy, cultured lady.
Suck up.
All right, you two. I'll see you when I see you. But I'll say goodnight just in case.
Good night, Dad.
Good night, Kevin.
Phew, what a day. That's the first time dinner was heated up like that, but man, I could not tell a difference. I'm stuffed.
Looks like Taki is too. He's already curling up on the futon. He's so ready to sleep. Wow. Is this your old bed?
It's my old room, but this is a newer mattress.
Seemed too nice and comfy to be that old, I guess. Feels like heaven after such a crazy day, huh?
Hug me tighter. That's it. It's so nice to be here with you. We never stayed overnight before.
The atmosphere is so cozy and homey. I love it. Your family sure is something, babe.
Yeah, they can be a bit much, I know.
That's not what I meant. I really like them. They're so warm and inviting. They're a lot like you.
Oh, you think so?
Mm-hmm. You're so easygoing, just like your dad. You're calm-headed like your mom, and when you get excited or doting, you sound a hell of a lot like your mama. It's so fun and fascinating, seeing the people who made you into who you are.
How observant of you. That's super sweet of you to notice all that stuff.
You super tired, babe?
Kinda. Why?
I don't want to ruin the mood vibes we have going on here. All I really want to do is lay here and keep cuddling you and resting. But I don't know. If I don't bring this up, it'll drive me crazy.
What is it, honey? I did notice that you've been a bit quiet all day. I figured it was just from being on your best behavior around my family, but that's not it, is it?
Sometimes I forget just how well you know me. This thought has been nagging at me since before our vacation in the summer. I've been going back and forth about it and waiting for the right time, but I guess I finally realized there's not going to be a right time, so again, I don't want us to spoil the mood or, God forbid, this whole trip, but I think I want to tell my parents about us. I think I'm ready to come out to them.
Oh, Derek, are you sure?
No, but I've been unsure for too long now, and it's become exhausting, worrying about how it might go. We don't talk a lot, even though we're not on bad terms. It's just become hard for me. When we do call each other, we can't even talk about the weather without me thinking, what in the world would they think if they knew? And it's not because they don't ask or care. I'm the one keeping them at bay. It's my fault they don't know.
I knew this had been bothering you, Derek. I didn't want to press or pry, so I haven't asked about it in a while. I'm sorry you've been struggling. It's a huge decision, babe.
I don't mean to hijack this trip and make it all about me. It's just come to a breaking point. Seeing you and your parents, feeling how much you love and support each other, feeling that support extended to me too, it made me want it for my own family. Or at least, want a shot at it. Besides that, I think they deserve to know.
Honey, you're not hijacking anything. I'm glad that you're wanting to deal with this now in your own time. But I don't think anyone deserves to know something like this about you. You don't owe them that, especially if you think they'll react badly.
That's the thing. I don't know if they will. They've never really said anything particular one way or another about things like this. I wasn't raised to believe it was normal, but I also didn't grow up in a hateful house. It could be worse, but I don't know.
It can always be worse. That doesn't mean you're wrong for being sad or conflicted. Not knowing what to expect has gotta be nerve-wracking. Despite what you said about not talking to them a lot, I know you love them, babe. You wouldn't be this torn up about it otherwise.
Thanks, Calvin. I don't know why you let me be so selfish all the time.
Derek, for someone with the bravado of a lion, You can be so timid and unsure sometimes. This isn't selfish at all. This is important. So, how would you like to do this? Phone call or video chat?
I'd like to take the coward's way out and just call them, but I need to see their faces.
I understand, honey. Come on, let's sit up and get presentable. That is, if you want me here while you call them?
Yes, please, babe. I don't think I could do it otherwise.
Should I call Taki over too?
No. He looks super comfy over there, and very uninterested in us. Guess that's what a honey ham does to an echo.
Okay, well, I'm right here. Take your time. No matter what happens, I'll stay.
Thank you. All right. Now or never.
Derek, good to hear from you, sport. It's been a while since you last called. How are things going with you?
Hey, Dad, it's going all right. Is your video chat working?
Oh, right. There. That's better. I can see you now.
Hi again, sir.
Oh, hey there. Chester, right?
It's Calvin.
Oh, sorry, it's been a while.
Listen, Dad. Is Mom around?
Sure is. Here, let me get up. She's in the next room. Trish, it's Derek on video chat.
Hello, sweetie.
Hey, Mom.
Oh, Derek, it's so good to hear from you. I've been a bit worried. Your last call was so long ago.
I knew he'd have to call around the holidays. Merry Christmas, by the way, Chester.
His name's Calvin, honey. Goodness sakes, you can't even remember your own son's roommate.
We've only met him once. I don't have a steel trap for a brain like you, Trish.
Derek, how's the work with the kitty people?
Rewarding as always, Mom. We actually adopted one last year.
What? Oh, how wonderful. Can we see?
Taki? Taki, can you come over here a minute? I'll just turn the phone around and show you guys. As you can see, he's just lazing around right now, so you won't get much out of him until he's digested his dinner.
Tiny little thing, isn't he?
He's actually put on weight since we got him.
I love the striped tail. And the different colored ears. Oh my god, he's adorable. Why didn't you tell us about it? I'd love to meet him.
Your mom's gonna get jealous. Always wanted to adopt one. You'll have to bring him around sometime.
I'd like that, Dad. But, listen. There's something else I have to tell you both. Something, bigger.
Bigger than adopting a kitty boy.
Yeah, you could say that. I've wanted to tell you before, but it's been... I don't know what you'd say if I did.
Sweetie, what's the matter? Have you been all right?
Yeah, if there's a reason we've stopped hearing from you or seeing you so much, you can tell us.
I wondered if you'd notice.
Of course we noticed, sweetie. You're our son. But we didn't want to press.
Oh, we wanted to. But we figured if it was important, you'd tell us. In time.
Wow. Okay, I have no idea. Alright, I guess. There's really no easy way to say this, but, Calvin here, he's not my roommate. He's my boyfriend. We've been together since before we moved in together.
Oh, sweetheart. That's been over 3 years. And you didn't think you could tell us?
I'm sorry, but I'd been hiding it for longer than that. Since I was in high school, I didn't know what you'd say.
I freaking wondered.
James!
Oh, no. I'm not mad or anything. All I meant is that, well, we're not stupid, son. You know? You never brought home girls as a teenager and never talked about any when you were in college, so that's fine too and all, but You had to know we'd at least consider the reason.
Yeah, and we really noticed the decline of your calls and visits once you met Calvin. Even after your dad helped you move in with him. We weren't sure if it was connected, but honestly, I'm just glad you're not telling us you're mixed up in something illegal.
What? That's really what you thought?
We didn't know what to think, since you wouldn't tell us anything.
Fair enough. So you're not upset?
No, Derek. I'm just glad you're all right. I'm so relieved, actually.
Your mom's right, son. And I'm sorry if we ever made you feel like you couldn't come to us.
Mom, Dad, I can't tell you what that means to me. Thank you. I'm sorry.
There's nothing to apologize for. So long as you're treating Chester right and being a good boyfriend. Girl or guy, you'd better be thoughtful.
It's Calvin, James. His name is Calvin. And oh my god, we have so much to catch up on.
Calvin, right, sorry. Just got the name Chester stuck in my head.
For what it's worth, sir, he's the best boyfriend in the world.
He better be. I raised him.
Now hang on a second. I raised him too.
Then I'm sure Calvin wants to beat him over the head sometimes.
How did you know?
Oh, okay, I did not see this conversation taking this turn, but I'm really glad it is. I love you both so much. Thank you.
No need to thank us, Derek, sweetie. You don't need our permission to be yourself.
I know that in my head, but it was hard. I didn't know. You're the most amazing parents, so yeah, I do still want to make you proud or make you approve of me. I don't think I can help that.
We did our jobs, boy. The only approval you need is from yourself now.
Well, and Calvin.
Oh, don't worry. I approve of him in all ways.
Aww.
Oh, great. Chester's a sappy one.
Dad.
Calvin, I know. Just glad you've got someone special, son. Even better if he's a romantic.
We'll have to find out. Derek, why don't you bring Calvin down sometime? And your Neko boy. We're out of town right now, at your Uncle George's place for Christmas. The family misses you. But maybe you all can come next year.
We'll be back after New Year's if you'd like to visit. You don't even have to stay the night if that's too much, but we could at least meet for a meal or something.
Sounds great, Dad. We'd love to come down.
Yeah, I'd love to meet you both again. I've only seen, James once, so yeah.
Well, give us a text after Christmas Crazy is over, and we'll pinpoint a date.
Sure thing, Dad. I'll probably be texting you a ton of pictures and stuff now that I can.
Family photos of you all in Christmas sweaters, please. I'd love to see that.
We're actually at my folks right now, and we're going to wear our sweaters tomorrow, so we can do that.
Aww. I hope you all have a great time.
Oh, we gotta run, boys. Sounds like it's caroling time. You know how your Aunt Beatrice gets about family tradition.
You'd better go then. Enjoy her lovely piano playing.
Sweetheart, we're so proud of you. You know that, right?
Yeah, I think I do, Mom.
You stay safe, and call us more.
We will.
Calvin, sweetie, you take care of Derek for us, okay?
I promise I will.
Bye, guys. Merry Christmas.
Merry
Merry
Christmas.
Christmas.
Oh, honey, you're shaking.
I guess there was a lot more adrenaline in me than I thought. I don't know what to fucking do with myself.
Oh, honey, come here. Lay back down with me. Let me hold you, babe. Oh, it's okay.
I don't know why I'm crying. I feel so much lighter. But
It's okay. Don't hold it in. I've never been more proud of you than right now. You know I'd never rush you to do that, but the fact that you did, I'm just so proud and happy, babe.
I don't know what I'd do without you. It's like there was a rock on my chest, slowly getting heavier and crushing me into the ground every time I thought about my parents. No matter how happy you and I were together. And now it's just gone. I can't fucking believe it.
That's incredible, honey. I'm sorry you were hurting for so long. In that type of way that I couldn't help you with. But you faced that hurt head on and... Oh God, I'm just so proud of you I could burst.
It was all because of you.
Derek.
I'm serious, Calvin. I don't think you realize just how much you've changed me. Every time I'm with you, I feel calmer, stronger, better even. Better than I really am. I've never felt like I've belonged anywhere as much as I do when I'm with you. You, Taki, you guys aren't just my family, you're my home. And the only reason I felt confident enough to do this, despite all the conflicts, was because I knew that even if things went south and they yelled at me or cut me off entirely, I would still have you. I'm glad that didn't happen, but I still knew that was the truth. And it made me strong.
Oh, Derek. You're my family too. You and Taki. You could drop me anywhere in the world, and I'd still feel at home so long as you both are there.
I fucking love you, Calvin.
I freaking love you too, Derek. You want to just stay curled up together here? Call it a night?
I don't know. I saw that plate of Christmas cookies on the counter and I didn't have any room for them earlier.
Oh, I guess Taki heard you. Hey, Taki baby. How'd you bolt up onto the bed so fast? You want some cookies, huh? Yeah?
It's practically a crime to eat such works of art. But if that's really what you want, just make sure you don't eat too many. We don't want you to get a tummy ache, okay, Taki?
I bet it would be super cozy and fun to just nibble on some cookies while watching the baking shows with the folks. But let's change into some PJs first. It's mandatory after 7 p.m. around here during the winter. Cozy house rules.
Sounds amazing. Sounds like a dream. Oh, babe, I really do keep thinking I'm going to wake up and all of this will slip through my fingers.
Honey, it's real. All of this is real. I'm real. And I'm not going anywhere.
Merry freaking Christmas, Calvin.
Merry freaking Christmas, honey.